Hey, Richard Cole again. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep up with it all. Today is Tuesday, July the 23rd. So just to let you know what order things are in, the big news today is that Kimberly Cheadle, that head of the Secret Service, totally unqualified, finally resigned. As I had said before, she was appointed by, she was appointed by Biden, but a friend of Jill Biden, so probably appointed by Jill Biden. She's a totally complete failure. I'd love to know what all of the Secret Service agents been thinking about since 2022 when she was put into that position. Doesn't require Congress to approve it. The president just appoints that person. I'd be going to wonder if that should change based on what we see going on here. So she appeared to Congress yesterday, and the one Congresswoman, Nancy Mace, who I kind of like, Republican Congresswoman from South Carolina, I know the Democrats don't like her, but she pretty much summed it up because it was a bipartisan meeting with her yesterday. Both the Democrats and the Republicans were upset at her. So let me show you a little bit of Nancy Mace and what she went through.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible...
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was this tragedy preventable? Yes or no?
Yes.
Has the Secret Service been transparent with this committee?
Yes.
Would you say the fact that we had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today as being transparent? Yes or no?
I have always been eager
Yes
to
or no?
come
You didn't
and
want to
talk
answer
to
the question.
committee.
We had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today.
You could see she just won't answer. She just beats around the bush. She looks actually stupid, I think. She comes to a congressional hearing. They told her what they wanted. She just doesn't bring anything. She doesn't think she has to bring anything. I don't know where she gets that idea. Congress is the oversight of the executive branch. And she brings absolutely nothing. She just doesn't answer any questions. She thinks she's good, I guess. So I'm just so disgusted when I look at her. Here's a little bit more of Nancy Mace.
Okay. Is the Secret Service fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee. On July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
Chairman, I want to.
Come on.
We have to maintain decorum in this committee, no matter how
have you provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
That is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. Like you're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions. Have you provided us all communications from the Secret Service related to that day and that rally? Have you provided this committee? We've asked for this information on July 15th. Have you provided any of this information that this committee has asked of the Secret Service? Any of it?
I'll have to get back to you.
Have you even read this letter that we sent you? Did you even read this?
Yes.
So from that, we finally get her resignation today. She realized what a dunce she was. My God, such an important position. We put somebody like that in. Pretty much all of Biden's appointees have been terrible. I've gone through some of them already in previous podcasts. Go back and look at them. I've had a lot of discussions about that. So that's the news of today, really, regarding Kimberly Cheatle. Now let's talk about yesterday's news when President Biden decided not to run for presidency in 2024. Well, it would take effect in 2025. So then was up to Kamala. Can she get the necessary delegates? As it appears as of this morning, she does have it. So it looks like she is going to be the contender against Trump. That's going to be some debate. She'll be cackling all the way through it. She's not smart. The background on her is she slipped her way to the top out in San Francisco with Willie Brown. That's not new news. Everybody knows that. She was in the right place at the right time to get elected to the Senate. And she was in the Senate only a few years, and she decided to run for president in 2020, and it was a complete failure. Everybody turned her down. Nobody wanted her. None of the Democrats wanted her. She was terrible. So she was kicked out of that. Then when Biden wanted to run for president, he got the nomination with the Democratic Party. He had to pick a VP. I've told you this before many times, and it had to be a woman of color. So he picked this woman of color. She calls herself African American. She's actually Indian Jamaican, but anyway, she seems to get away with it. So we have Kamala Harris. No background, has never accomplished anything. She was put in charge of the border right in the beginning, did absolutely nothing about it. It just got worse and worse and worse. There's a lot in her background that'll be coming out, and you'll be hearing it on the news, and I'll be discussing some of it. But where is she now? What's important to her, she has to pick a vice president. The ones that they're talking about is Whitner in Michigan. That would deliver Michigan to her, I would think, which is a very important battleground state. Although Harris and Biden were going after the Palestinian vote out there, so to speak. A lot of Arabs in that state, big congregation of them, big, very active voters, and by trying to get them in, it hurts them with the Jewish vote, and it's hard to straddle both sides of this thing, saying you're for the Palestinians and for the Jewish people. So what I think, the others is Shapiro, which would help her with the Jewish vote. He's the governor of Pennsylvania, which could help deliver Pennsylvania, which is another important state. And then Kelly out in Arizona, who's a very popular senator. I kind of like the guy. He was an astronaut. And so she is going to pick one of these. My guess is it's going to be Whitner, I think. We'll see. That's my guess. I think now what Trump and the Republicans do is just concentrate on her past. She's going to attack him on his convictions and all the things he's been accused of, and so it's going to be very personal against Trump. But Trump can go after her on issues, which there are none. They've done nothing. Nothing good with Biden. She herself has done nothing good. I think that they stick with that they can be very successful. The thing would be to try to find ex-Harris staff. Back when she was running for president, she lost a lot of her staff because they couldn't stand the way she ran things. And while she was vice president, she's had a real turnover problem. So I think that that's an area they could look into. Well, that's it for today. Just kind of short and sweet, and keep you informed because there's a lot going on. I'm going to be watching my TV over here and see what all is happening today. Bye for now.